Knife free campaign. I haven't even got like a clean segue. We'll just get straight in
to the nitty and gritty.
Yeah, to the nitty gritty. We all aware of what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
For our listenership.
Home Office.
Yeah, so was it the Home Office? Put out this campaign to
launch our campaign with in conjunction with Morley's, I think it was.
Morley's, Chicken Cottage, one other.
All the shops that you get in the ends, innit?
Yeah.
Dixie's or something, Carolinas.
One Carolinas, you know. What? What? Yeah, I co-sided the Dixies and the.
Maxon.
Not I don't even know if I don't even.
Maxon. There's only 2 Maxons, I know, bro.
Yeah, so yeah. So long story short, so they've spent over, from what I saw, it's over like £50,000 in this campaign to have chicken boxes for the where you store your chicken and chips with this messaging on there. It's kind of sharing experience about knife crime, giving the bad side of it to kind of stop this issue. And when it just first came out, and it was just the optics of chicken, knife crime, and whether rightly or wrongly, we see that as a black issue, even though like you've got examples in Scotland, all these other places outside of London that aren't predominantly black areas, but black people unfortunately are the face of it. I was just like, right, this is mad, bruv. And like, is this a genuine tweet? Like, I saw it on Twitter first. Like,
yeah.
It is a genuine tweet.
You were thinking like, right, can I see a blue tick there? Like, is it verified?
Are you having me on?
Is it a parody account? What's going on?
It was real.
Yeah. It was something that I kind of refused to acknowledge because that's how much of a joke it was to me. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how is this? Who in their right mind commissioned this and thought this was gonna have a positive impact?
Bro, is man gonna get a slice of watermelon in there at the same time
like,
as well?
Like,
so you're gonna do it big.
Go all out.
Who?
But I think they wanted to do that to get this response from us because it creates more noise around the actual subject.
I don't know about that. I hear you because you know you're like with the brands and like the coolest monkey in the jungle. Those things. I don't know if it's that. I think it's they're just a misstep. They didn't consult anybody or the right people anyway, and they just really fucked up.
Yeah, let's think about like who would be in those meetings and think
they don't look like us.
Okay,
it's true.
At the Home Office, especially. Do you know what I'm saying? You might get like one of those guys that like they look like us, but they are so far removed from what's going on and stuff. They may be in them rooms.
Talking about them coons. He's probably talking to. Yeah. I know you didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Them man there.
So it could easily be that. But either way, it was just stupid. Like
100%.
there was not much thought that was put into it.
But what makes it stupid is it that it taps into that racist ideology of like we just like fried chicken and stuff.
Correlation, like so what we do love fried chicken,
but it's not just
to the point, like
everyone
do you know
loves
what I'm
fried
saying?
chicken, bro.
Like when you go into KFC, you don't just see black people.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
If anything, I don't see black people that much in KFC anyway. I see like, you know,
we're at the yard shop next door.
yeah. So it's just it was stupid to me, man. I just thought like this is not gonna make us sit down and engage into what is written in these chicken boxes.
And the worst thing about it, if you're a real savage that eats chicken and chips in there, you tear off the top of the box anyway. Like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Who's got time to read when I'm hungry?
Like, do you know how like we mistreat the packaging of food, like especially when we're hungry? We're flattening that, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like I didn't want to sit here and do devil's advocate because to see how like we're all in agreement, isn't it? Like I've got the same stance, but I was like, there are times when that being our space is seen as a positive. So remember the Nike advert, the Nike in London advert. If I'm right, Geeks pops his head at the chicken shop at a certain point. Yeah. And then if you look in Morley's, Brixton, I think there's one in Camberwell. They've got the screen advert where they put videos and different things from our culture. So like might see a Gasworks advert with like Poet and that. Like I've seen those things live, and in Brixton especially, I've seen them. So in terms of footfall on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, yearly basis, there's a lot of people that come in and out of these establishments.
Yeah.
And yes, it's not only us that goes in there, but a lot of people that look like us and also of that demographic. Now, let's call a spade a spade. If you want to go and see the young youths, you ain't going to see them hanging outside the youth club. they may be outside the chicken shop.
No,
Let's keep it honest. So
I agree.
Maybe the delivery was really shit, and the optics of like fried chicken and black people was really off. But maybe the intention of being in that space isn't an overly bad thing, because we need to go to where these people are to try and solve this problem.
Yeah, but you got to realize that they're putting it in chicken shops because black people go to chicken shops. It's a stereotype. Yeah. But us four go to a chicken shop, that doesn't relate to us.
Yeah.
There is a within the black community, it's a small percentage of people that are actually doing the stabbings, considering that.
And also an age group, it's an age thing as well.
It's like, it's not all black people. So what you said is right, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't apply to all black people, and I feel that was their mindset.
It's just sometimes in life, it's just optics. How things look sometimes, can just be everything, and that look fucking shit.
And the thing is that like, on the tail end of last year, did we not see a young boy getting stabbed outside of Morley's in Bellingham?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so are you telling me that these young youths are gonna go in the shop and think, wow, this is mad, you know?
I need to hand him my Nike.
I need to hand him my Nike.
Yeah.
This chicken is just too succulent. No, that's not what's going to happen.
I agree with it. But let's say look at it in a marketing way, if they had to get their research and they were like targeting, let's say, school kids. Yeah. I know, well, we all know when we all went to school, the first thing we do straight after we get out of school was going to the chicken shop.
Facts.
100%. You order your 2 boxes of chicken, wings and drink. Combo meal, straight. They're not seen as raw. Oh, he's going to change anything. They just want it to just be out there to places that they're going to be able to, people are going to see it.
But maybe that's a byproduct of them trying to be seen to do the right thing. When I look at it, like, they spent over 50 bags on that, and we are under a government traditionally who, like, just conservative government always have cuts in it to like public sector, but this has been some of the biggest cuts over the last how many years? That money could have probably been well spent somewhere else, or at least consult us, because the reception I got from looking around properly and double checking was they didn't speak to the right people to. So at least then I can be like, okay, cool, it was you, Sean, you fucked up. Let's flog you. Why did you say for them to do this? So you didn't even talk to us to go and find out if this was the right idea, and it is just a little bit. It is patronising on a certain level. It's that's what you think is going to be a solution, because how many people are really going to take that in?
Like I said at the beginning of talking about this subject, I think the government know what they're doing. I think they know how to stop the violence, but they're doing stuff like this that annoy people and get more attention. It's early prevention.
I'm not so sure.
I think early prevention, like they're getting rid of youth clubs and all these things. If it wasn't for having the adventure playground, having Coppleston on a Friday night, what would we have been doing?
Man, we're still getting rushed outside Coppleston. I just gotta be honest, bro.
I hear you.
I know what you mean. Like,
people still get
that could have been like a weekly thing. But we had outlets where we could go and play football.
It's twofold. People say, "Oh, youth." Listen, I never ever want to downplay like how important youth clubs are. We also got to understand times change and these youths change as well. They don't, like, a lot of them. I'm sure there are some that.
Talking about the young ones though. The young ones, like, before they. I
don't even mean because
this.
It's like even with the school thing. We were joking last week about the youths that flipping on clothes day that are wearing their own clothes, that they're not there and felt them now. At a certain point, it's too late. So I know what you mean about early prevention. But that's what you said. You might be right that they know, but nobody wants to really commit the time, energy, effort, and money. Because really, what it is this is a long-term thing.
Plus, you got to think about like the facilities that are being offered. Like, so the youth club at my end still exists. And I walk in there and I'm thinking like, there's not much here for the youths to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like my brother.
So why would they want to come there?
Upgrade it, it's funding.
And also, really truthfully, the age we live in now, they're online with their headset playing games online with their patrons, bro.
That's what it is as well. They could be doing like. We had PlayStation back in the day. We had football. We had table tennis. We had pool. Obviously, as times go on, you upgrade. You upgrade.
But say no.
When I used to play computer games, I couldn't communicate with you until I saw you the next day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a thing where like, oh yeah, man can instantly like holler at you and play against you online. So I don't need to come out my yard and buck you. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So like, there's more satisfaction being at home on your phone and on your games than actually being in a youth club that's just there to play pool or table tennis.
I don't know, and also having the option there,
no longer there.
All right, so having the option there's a youth club there just in case you do want to go out. But if the youth club's not there, where are you going? You're just going to be hanging out with your friends on road, and then that creates opportunities for badness to happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Having the option there.
We still need, it's not to downplay it, it's important. You still need the option, but what Vans is saying also is that space needs to be enticing, because if a youth goes in there, let's be honest, this day and age now, look like, if you remember back in the day where it was with games, but I felt like games are coming out, consoles are coming out. If you had the time you had PS1, PS2, at a certain point, like your game's is out of fashion, it's not up scratch anymore. Do you think those youth clubs have got the most up-to-date consoles and shit? Like,
no, I'm not saying
and you walks in there like, this is dead, man. If you're gonna venture now, let's be honest, we're gonna
our
local venture now, if you go in there now,
comes in. They're putting 50 bags into these chicken boxes. What has that really done? Like, realistically, what has that? It's planted a seed
for like a week, but
it's planted
shit.
It's planted a seed,
not
but that's
do
50 bags just wasted in my eyes.
And there's loads of local councils and people that are begging for funding that can't even get 5 or 10 bags.
Yeah.
So like that money could have been spent.
I'm just saying, like,
there's that, like, yes, chicken is the solution here.
But all I was waiting for was a watermelon on the side of, like, they really think we niggas. Bro, have you not seen the film The Help? Where the white lady, she can't cook, so the maid's cooking for helping her cook, and she shows how to use Crisco, and she changes her life, bro. Everyone loves fried chicken, man. You think it's just black people, bro? Look, like, listen.
Fried chicken became a lucrative thing, like, for a reason. It's like, it's a universal thing. It's not just us. We may cook it the best, but it's not just us that love it, innit?
Yeah. What alternatives? Like, I saw there's a YouTube channel, Word on the Curb, I think they're called.
Okay.
They did an alternative thing where they just got hundreds of like empty chicken boxes, and I think they were outside a shopping centre, and just got people to come up and write suggestions of what they would like, or what they would see as a solution to solve this problem.
That's a decent initiative,
and they plan to take it to the people that are making important decisions, to present it and say these are our findings. And I like that because it's proactive, and it's a community-led thing, and it's taking this thing and putting a spin on it. Okay, you want to do this kind of trope, this racial stereotype with chicken and chicken boxes, whatever. Let's just get this and, get everyone to. Rebuttal. And also, you can say, you can't now say the community aren't trying to make an effort.
Yeah.
Like, people are engaged. They wrote on there, and
people want to change. People want to change.
People want change. They're outside. They're looking. They're seeing what's going on in their communities, and they're genuinely fearful for what's going on.
I think also you need like, I think with this conversation, it needs context and understanding. London has always had a violence problem.
Of course.
Intrinsically, anywhere there's a lack of opportunity, money, resources, you're going to have violence, in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it has to happen. It's an uncomfortable truth, innit? And it's always been gangs and ghettos in London. This thing is, and regardless of race, ethnicity, creed, colour, whatever, it's been there, innit? People have been in a madness. So the higher ups, they're cool, their lives amazing. Us down here are trying to figure this thing out, but we're fighting amongst each other whilst trying to figure this shit out, not knowing that this is by design. But once we understand that, we know that this thing is a massive game, and we need to learn how to play this game, and whether that be more of us in the school system being governors, some of us that actually have a passion. And not just we can't find a decent job, so I'm gonna go into youth work. Well, got out of jail. Hey, I'm gonna do youth work. Like a genuine passion for that. Like, you love it. To the fact that you even work in somewhere that's got not good facilities and shit pay, but you really love that. You want to make a difference. Uncomfortable conversation. Some of us in the police force.
Yeah.
I'm on the Bun Babylon vibe, innit? But we need some of us in there.
Yeah.
It is a really uncomfortable black community because of the way we're raised, but we need some of us in there, innit? And that's just the truth.
It starts with us, though, because until we come together as a black community and stop actually killing each other, we ain't gonna rise up. We're always gonna be at the bottom. We're always gonna be. I grew
up like not hating police until they started troubling me. Do you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't out here causing trouble, but it was like week after week, I was being hounded by police officers. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
so they turn a good you into a you I don't give a fuck anymore.
Exactly. Like, and it weren't even just like the community police. It was police in the bully vans, and then it got to armed police, and it's just like that
rage is built. They're waiting for you to react to it. There's something you said though about like us as communities come together and stop doing this to each other. I get that and understand it, but I think sometimes we also subscribe to this black on black violence thing, because Van said something straight away: proximity. No other people have issues amongst themselves, and they're labelled as Irish on Irish violence, Asian on Asian violence, this on this violence.
Go Bradford, them men are fucking each other up.
They're on a mazine. But what it is it's from we look how we're treated by the establishment, like, oh, we should have more love for each other. The only common denominator, obviously blackness is there, but the common denominator is we're in the same area and we're of the same socio-economic background. That's all it really is, because it's not a black on black, it's just it's a poor thing.
Yeah,
that's
100%. But I'm saying until we actually come together, we're always going to be at the bottom of the barrel, being treated the same way with no solutions by the government.
Yeah.
And it takes us in a community to stop that.
There is value, of course, loving your blackness and all those things. Like, I'm not against that at all, but there is, like, we need to be careful sometimes not to subscribe to the stereotypes. Just in our language and how we talk, these black kids are killing each other. No, these poor kids who live around the corner of each other are fighting over posts because their parents are like, because of how they be conditioned, innit? You also understand where you birthed them at, who was there before. These kids are mad. You made them mad. You didn't do your job. It's you lot didn't do your job. The older generation, you didn't do your job. Some of you travel up and do your job.
Like, these kids got no respect.
Come on, man. You raised them. How are you talking to them in the household? Hey, just like your dad. All right, he'll be like his dad. It's gonna happen.
Starts in the family home.
You know, so like there's no one size fits all with this thing. Like I said, I think it's a long-term plan, energy, effort, and more importantly, money. And that's why they will invest in prisons and stuff. All that stuff, great for them. They don't mind it because they've got to be seen to be tough on crime. But really, truthfully, if you just invest at an earlier stage, and these kids have had more options, then their life might be massively different. Now, for the youth that want to be bad boys, cool. Whatever your shoe size is, make sure you wear it and you tie your Air Force tight and be prepared for that lifestyle, innit? Because it's going to be a bumpy ride, innit? If you really want it, the smoke is out there for you, innit? But if you that don't really want it, hopefully, God willing, you find that there's some different options, innit? But fuck the knife-free campaign. It was dead.
Just like that.
Yeah. I saw a lot of conversation right now, and I was happy that a lot of us were on the same page. I understood some of the other elements, like even the little thing I brought up about maybe there may have been possible good intentions, but just like, if you don't know that how this is going to look straight away, that's already your privilege showing that you just don't even see this as a problem. That's an element of your privilege showing that you don't even see that this thing is so glaring. It's going to be an issue.
And was that under Boris? Like as soon as he came in,
of course, man.
That's what he's done straight away.
That's even if it's not him, it's him, bruv.
Join
enterprise.
Like, there's a strong possibility that it was mentioned to him, and he was like, "Yes, I love this." And then they just went with it. Green light, cool. It's cool with the Prime Minister. It's cool with us. Let's hit the go.
The big man co-signed it. We're on it.
Yeah, we're on it. Do you know what I'm saying? From the Home Office, like the place that holds a lot of people's fate in regards to like citizenship and stuff.
Please, sir, can I have the burgundy book? Hey, people don't know you go through out here, man.